The next thing I want to show you is this setting here, and this is where you can select where the image is going to splash. So at the moment it's random on the screen, and if I test splash, you can see the image comes up in different random locations. Other settings are centered on the screen, centered inside the active window. So if you were using something like Microsoft Word and it was open on your screen, it would come in the actual window. And because this is a very small program, like a display program here, and you can move it around, it's not going to actually come in the center of this window. But if you open up Microsoft Word full screen and then you have it centered inside the active window, it's going to come inside the active window in the center. Okay, and the last one is random inside the active window. So it will pop around inside whichever window that you're working in. So my normal setting for that personally is random on the screen. Okay, the next thing is the image transparency. Okay, how transparent do you want the image? How subliminal do you want the image? So if I set it to full, it shows the image in its full visual splendor. And if I set it to a low transparency, you can see that it's quite subliminal. It's even more subliminal. And personally, what I do is I have it set between full and about here, generally sort of around this area here. And the next thing I want to show you is this setting here, and this is the image sorting order. I don't really use this very much, but I'll explain the theory behind it, and if you like to do it, you can play around with it and see what the effects are. So I have the images splashing in random order. They'll sort of splash around the screen, and they'll splash, so it might pick I Am Love, and then it'll pick the Universe 9, then it might pick I Am One with All Things. So it'll take these randomly and splash them. Next setting is sort by name. Where this would be useful is if you had particular goals. So say you were working with 3 goals, and you would have goal A, and so you could have image A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, and then goal B, B1, B2, B3, B4, B5, B6, and so on and so forth. So if you had 3 goals, A, B, and C, and you had 5 images for each, then it would be A 1 2 3 4 5, B 1 2 3 4 5, C 1 2 3 4 5, and it would splash them in that order. The next one is sort by type, and you can see here there's PNG images and there's JPEG images, and the program will also flash GIF images. So I don't really use that myself, but you could have GIF images splashing, and then PNG images splashing, and then JPEG images splashing, and you could organize your files like that. The next one is sort by dimension, and that's the actual size of the image. You can see they've got different sizes here. So it would be 143 wide by 34 deep, and it would be 350 wide by 235 deep. Okay, where would that be useful? Okay, let's say you wanted to splash all the affirmations first, so they're a smaller file size, and then after that you wanted to splash the images, they're a bigger file size. Or if you had a goal and you wanted to bring something towards you, let's say it's better health, then you could have a smaller picture and getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and moving towards you. And then it would go through the settings again. It would go small, bigger, 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 small, bigger, bigger, bigger. So in effect, it's sort of bringing that image into you. And that's sort of an NLP technique where you sort of flash images into your mind. You get rid of an old image and you flash in a new image. So that's the, and the other one is sort by file size. And the file size is the actual sort of megabytes or kilobytes of the file. You want to be working with small file sizes, and I show you how to do that in a subsequent video, because of the speed with which this program works, if you have too large a file size, then what happens is it takes too long for the Windows program and the computer to actually pull that file size, that file out, flash it on the screen very quickly, and then go and select the next one and pull that and flash it on the screen. So it takes a lot of resources. What you really want to be working with is file sizes sort of, I've got here 37K, 53K, 26K, 30K, and the actual affirmations are very, very small, 4K or 5K, 7K. So small file sizes is good, less resources used on your computer, faster flashing on the screen just makes the program work a lot better. So you could sort by file size, affirmations first, images second, affirmations, images. The one that I personally use is random order. That's the one that I use the most. So test splash again, and you can see the image is flashing around the screen. Final two settings, auto start with Windows. Every time I start Windows, the program starts. It's really, really good because, in case I'm sort of focused on a project and I forget to start Visualization Turbo, it starts automatically for me. However, if I want to start it manually by myself, I can use that setting. And the last thing I want to show you is languages. So if you speak a different native language, Romanian, Spanish, German, French, Indonesian, whatever, you can select that particular language, and all of these instructions here will be in that language. Okay, so that's the basic overview of the settings. I highly suggest you jump in and start playing around with it. There are some image and affirmation packs which came with the program that you can load in straight away, get things moving for yourself whilst you are working on creating your own images and affirmations. And if you read the testimonials on the website, and from my own personal experience, the people who do the work to create the images and affirmations which are relevant to them, their projects, their life, their vision, are the ones that get the best results. So as with all things in life, if you're looking for something which is just sort of, I don't have time to do this, I'll just load a few of someone else's affirmations or someone else's images and work with those, you're kind of ignoring what life's all about. You really need to focus on what it is that you want in your life, what your desires are, what your vision is for your life. So doing the work here is really, really important. The more time you spend focusing on what it is that you want in life, the faster it's going to come to you. And Visualization Turbo, it really helps. So if you were to spend 3 hours or 3 hours every night for a week creating some amazing affirmations and images for yourself, you're going to have something in there which is really, really relevant to your life and really, really relevant to you. Okay, so let's get this all happening. For purposes of demonstration, I'm going to flash it in the centered on the screen. I'm going to flash it for 1000 milliseconds. I'm going to flash it once every second. I'm going to flash it in random order, and I'm going to start the program running. And you can see here how the program works. And all of these beautiful pictures and beautiful affirmations, they really do work, and they really do help you create new behaviors, which in turn help you create new beliefs, and they filter out back into your life as new experiences. Everything starts on the inside, and then you see the reflection on the outside. So all of life is created from within. It's reflected back to us so that we can see what we created and see what we need to change in ourselves in order to make the changes in our life. And it's a journey. So that's it for this video, and please go through all the rest of the videos, because I take you through in detail how to create affirmations, how to put them in color, how to create images, how to put them in color. And by the time you've worked through this little course, it might take you, a couple of hours, a few nights of the week. You're going to have something which is really valuable, and then you're going to find that what happens is you start building on that list. So you'll pick a starting point, you'll start to experience some change. Your unconscious mind, your spirit is going to give you, your higher self is going to give you another idea, and you're going to put a few more images in, you're going to put a few more affirmations in, and it's kind of an evolving process. Okay, thanks very much. See you on the next video.